head coach Pat Hallmark, as well as student athletes Jordan Ballin and Connor Miles. We'll begin with opening statement from the coach, followed by questions.
Just similar to yesterday, I mostly tip my hat to UCLA. They're playing clean baseball, and they've got a lot of talent. They deserve to win.
Coach, what was your message to the team after the game? How do you describe what your emotions are like at this moment for you?
Oh, I didn't talk to the team yet. They get us in here too quick. I just went up to the individual players, every player, and just shook their hand. But we'll meet as a team later. So yeah.
What are going to be your lasting memories of the season that we can get away from this group tonight?
Ooh. Lots of memories. Probably gratitude. If I had to pick one, there'll be lots of memories. Lots. But I guess the overriding memory is gratitude.
For Jordan, is there anything specifically in those last 5 innings, some difficult at-bats? You certainly beat you guys over that last little bit. Was there anything at the plate today that was just a little more difficult against UCLA's arms?
No, I don't think so. Our approach was pretty much the same. Going up there 2-6, taking good passes. But props to UCLA. They just like Coach said, they were playing some clean ball. They're mixing well. They weren't throwing many balls, weren't walking us like we usually do. But other than that, we gave it our best shot.
Connor, how do you describe what the emotions are like in this moment? What's going through your head right now?
Obviously a little bit unhappy with the result, but just happy for the guys, how far we made it. We set records. We broke really almost every record our school has, and it's a special group of guys. It really is.
How do you feel about the pitching overall, your performance, but through the end of the year, you guys seem to show some improvement on the mound as a group?
As our team, our pitching staff for sure picked it up, especially once we got into regionals in this weekend. I don't think our pitching staff did bad. They, at all. Props to UCLA. They put good swings on the ball, but I'm just proud of the guys.
JB, how do you reflect on the season, your first year at UTSA?
I couldn't ask for anything better. It's a blessing to, be where we are as a team, and all the special group of guys, just like the guy to my left who's taking me under my wing and, showing me the right way of baseball. The wonderful coaches who gave me a chance to, just continue my dream of playing baseball. Especially at this level, it's just, can't ask for anything better. Especially just, just being a freshman and don't really know what to expect, but with these guys, you can expect a lot of great memories and, a great strong brotherhood that, that'll last for hopefully more 10 years plus. I'll never take anything for granted. Just never know when your last game is. So just being able to have the group of guys around me and having Connor's back and pitching staff's back and my teammates back, and just the camaraderie is what's gonna be missed the most.
Do you expect to be back at UTSA next spring?
No doubt.
Coach, bit of an emotional moment with Brandon on there towards the end. Can you talk about the performances from your pitchers today, both being seniors, and just what that moment meant?
I thought Connor was fantastic. Braylon was good too, but Connor was really good. Again, I feel like the games played similar yesterday and today. It's a really good lineup, and Connor had them, other than the two righties at the top, Rock and Martin, they took decent swings on Connor, but the rest of the lineup did not look good on Connor. Stuff was really good. He's getting ahead of people. He actually threw too many strikes, ironically. One of his only mistakes was I went out and told him to not throw a strike to Rock, and he threw him a strike. And we talk so much about throwing strikes. It's just ironic that's our problem. It didn't change the game at all. It had no bearing on the outcome of the game. But in hindsight, it's just funny because one time I asked him not to throw a strike. We had the base open and the lefty on deck. But anyway, Connor was fantastic. He really pitched well.
Coach, just to give you a chance to kind of brag about your program here. Did you anticipate anything like this going into the season? You knew you'd be good. Did you anticipate making it this far? And just as the season went along, that feeling started getting stronger in you?
I did not anticipate making a super regional. I'd probably be some type of arrogant sociopath if I did, which I hope I'm not. But I did think we had a good team. No, I thought we had a good team. I did think we had a chance to win the league. I thought we had a chance. I did not know if we'd win the league. I knew East Carolina had lost some people, which was going to help us. I knew we had a good team once I got my hands on them and I saw the athletic ability of McClure. I knew Ty Hodge was physical and athletic because he's from closer to home. So I didn't know we had a good team, but a super regional was above and beyond what I expected. There's no doubt about that. And again, all the credit to the players. They continue to get better. It's everything that a coach wants. It's just improvement, buy-in, and it just kept coming. So not our best baseball this weekend, but it wasn't ugly baseball. I really tip my hat to UCLA. And, when I first watched them, I thought they might have some I call it like a chink or a hole. Not a chink is different than a hole. A chink is like a slight problem. And I thought they might have a slight problem in their bullpen only because they use so many people. Usually the really strong bullpens, it's like two guys that they just come in and they just shove the ball down your throat. And credit Coach Savage, it's not a chink, it's not a hole. He just has a lot of parts in that bullpen, and he's such a great pitching coach that, I didn't realize it until I played him. The bullpen is one of their strengths. So anyway, again, I just tip my hat to UCLA, and in terms of our guys, I'm nothing but full of gratitude to my players, and I look forward to next year already. I hope we get the ones back we can get back. Connor's got a JUCO year. All the ones that are possibly coming back. With the portal, you never know, and money and all that stuff. It's a real thing. So we'll cross that bridge in the next few days. But I just tip my hat to UCLA, and I tip my hat to my guys too.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about next year. Do you see this run that you guys have gone on so far as sort of a building block, something that can kind of springboard you guys into next season?
I hope so. I mean, certainly you hope that, and it certainly can be. I think a lot of programs have done that before. Not everybody knows, but I was at Rice in the early days. When I got to Rice was UTSA when I got to UTSA. Now as a player, this is when I was a player at Rice. We had a concession stand that was a trailer. Our concession stand at our ballpark right now is a trailer. Exact same concession stand. I'm talking at Rice now, I'm referring to 1994. This is when I was at Rice in 1994. It's a different ballpark now, thanks to Wayne Graham. But I was there when Wayne Graham did what he did as a player, and then I left, and I came back to Coach Graham once he had built the thing into a dynasty. So I know what the blueprint looks like, but we need help. We need help from the people that run the school. We need help from the athletic director. We need help.
Jordan, I just wanted to ask you about trying to get going at the plate. You guys are so productive on offense all year. What's the feeling like in the dugout when it's just not clicking in the same way?
Yeah, it's not a good feeling, but it's also not the worst feeling in the world. Just because, we're such an offensive team coming up until I guess this weekend. But that's baseball. When you hit like we did throughout the season, it's kind of, not the normal, I guess, when you come to this weekend and not hit like you have been, but that's baseball. You just got to do what you can, control the controllables, and, rip that 2-6 and don't rip at 2 to 6. Just a good pass. So.
Greg, he's not going to tell you, but Jordan's playing hurt. He needs surgery. He's going to get surgery. So he's not going to tell you that, and that has nothing to do with why we didn't win. UCLA deserved to win, but he's not going to say that. He's playing through pain. He hurt in the first game against Rice. That's why he didn't play until the last game of the conference tournament. Cortisone shot and all kind of treatment. So he's a warrior. Yeah.
All right, thank you, UCSA.
Thanks, guys.